All right, continuing on, my fault, my video got cut out. It says the food sector, and remember, we just read about how if there is a no-deal Brexit, then the medicine would be severely impacted. So now this paragraph says the food sector will be hit in a matter of weeks, if not days, due to its reliance on free movement and non-tariff trade within the EU, protected by high tariffs on goods coming from outside the trading bloc. Now, why is all of this important? Well, this is the book of Matthew 24, verse 6 and 7. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And we definitely hear about World War III, new articles popping up every single day. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. We just read about how there could potentially be food shortages and pestilences. And we just read about how the medicine will be impacted. That's going to bring about your pestilences. And earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So the potential ramifications of a no-deal Brexit are all, I'm just going to say, for lack of a better word, things that deal with prophecy, famines and pestilences. And of course, it goes on to say earthquakes in diverse places. That's why this is important. All of this is spoken about in the scriptures. And when we read about Daniel, the 2nd chapter, remember, it said about how the kingdom was going to be divided. Part was iron, part was clay, and they would not be able to cleave unto one another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. So now you can see that the UK isn't able to make its Brexit deal. It's been 2 deadlines that have been extended so far, and now they're saying on October 31st, they may have to extend it again because they can't make a deal. But Boris Johnson, like I mentioned, is trying to get them out of there, deal or no deal. So we'll see. If there's a no deal, I mean, honestly, that's what I'm pushing for. I'm pushing for this economy, this global economy, to go down as quickly as possible. So hopefully there's a no deal by October 31st and they just leave. But we'll see what happens. I want to bring out one more article. This is from CNBC. It says, no deal Brexit could be the end of the beginning for the UK, research says. Now, real quick, all we're going to do, we're going to close out after this, is read these maybe 2 to 3 paragraphs. It says short-term impact. So the short-term impact of a no-deal Brexit. Should the UK leave without a deal, the imposition of tariff and non-tariff barriers between the UK and its largest trading partner will be a major shock to the economy, the report highlights, while the continued fall in the pound, the Great Britain pound, will drive up inflation and reduce real wages. So they're saying basically that, I believe, like I mentioned before in the first part of this video, that listen, the reason why they want a deal is so that they have some kind of a grace period to adjust to living outside of the EU. If they don't have a deal, then that means they have to just put the boots on, put the backpack on, and go out there and just be a man about it. Just grind and scratch and claw their way to some kind of a successful economy, which is going to be rough at first. That's why we're reading about these potential ramifications. But with that being said, if there isn't a deal, then the Great Britain pound is going to fall, which is going to have a negative impact on the economy. It says, however, disruption on day one may not be as immediate and visible as predicted, given the contingency plans which have been implemented by the government and business. And we read about that. It was called yellow something in the last article. But although the financial system may not collapse, the report suggested that a recession is highly probable. The academics anticipate that the UK economy will eventually adjust to the new realities of life outside the EU, but trading with the EU on World Trade Organization terms over the course of 10 years, which through the spirit, we're not about to be here 10 years, would reduce Britain's income per capita by between 3.7 and 8.7%. The extent of the recession, last paragraph, will depend on the extent of direct trade disruption, impact on consumer and business confidence, and effectiveness of government and Bank of England policy response, the report said. So they're saying that a little bit is up in the air in terms of how well the economy does and the extent or the impact of this recession. But with that being said, we can see that I'm bringing this out obviously because this is prophecy being played out concerning Daniel, the second chapter, right now as I speak, as you watch this video. This is important because once again, it shows the power, and I hate saying this word, but the validity, for lack of a better word, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that his word is true. His word is true, and the interpretation thereof is sure, as Daniel said. So with that being said, you can check out both of these articles if you want. This one was called No Deal Brexit Could Be the End of the Beginning for the UK Research Says. I pray and I hope that the elect were edified. I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakha. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.